Hello, welcome back to Finance Speaks. I'm Kyle Sadler, president of Precept Wealth Management and best-selling author of I'm Retired, Now What? I'm here today to talk to you about considering your source of advice. Joe Kennedy, father of John F. Kennedy, once stated that he knew the stock market crash was upon the nation when the shoeshine boy was giving stock tips. With the advent of the internet, an individual can search a topic for a simple solution and find a plethora of contradictory ideas, but still no solution of any kind. Due to the ease of posting information, investors are left not knowing which sources are reliable and which sources provide wrong information.
Where'd you hear that?
The internet.
And you believed it?
Yeah. They can't put anything on the internet that isn't true.
Where'd you hear that? The internet.
Oh, look. Here comes my date. I met him on the internet. He's a French model.
Bonjour.
Investors must be mindful of the substance and the origin of the advice in order to have a sound basis for financial decisions. You see, too often people forget that everyone has an opinion, but not all opinions are valuable or based on sound facts. Another common resource for information is the television. Investors must realize that some of the individuals appearing before the camera are hired as entertainers and maintain their jobs based on ratings. You see, ratings are not based on content or knowledge or experience in the financial industry. Ratings sometimes are based on entertainment value the celebrity provides for the network. If an investor were to walk into a financial advisor's office and that advisor hit a gong and jumped on a table and yelling, that investor most likely would leave that office immediately. Yet, some investors will follow the advice of someone who does just that on television for no other reason than because it was on TV. Watching the TV financial programs is what a prudent investor might sometimes call their due diligence. Remember, TV is for entertainment, not serious investment advice. A next source is the print media, and it has its shares of gurus also. Like, for example, my hometown newspaper, there's a writer who's prior to writing a column in the financial section of the paper was writing obituaries. Now, after creating a notoriety through his columns, he then opened up a financial advising and asset management firm. Now, it can be said that through his research from his column, he has developed a knowledge of the industry. However, not all writers are motivated to gain or maintain the knowledge to sustain a back page columnist status or turn professional in the area they write about. So see, always remember that most of the individuals on radio, print, and television are not licensed, nor are they regulated by a governing board of the financial industry. The simplest example outside of the media might be your local bank teller advising a customer. Have you seen what the stock market has been doing to investments? You should roll over your 401k into this CD, paying a low interest rate, and wait for the market to cool off. It must be noted that an unlicensed person making this example statement is an industry violation, even though many consumers, myself included, would agree through experience that this does occur quite often. The real question to ask is, how much personal and financial information was gathered during that 5-minute, if at that, transaction which led to the advice of that particular product being sold? You see, the answer is that the majority of cases are very minimal. However, we must also realize that there may be personal incentives attached to advice, such as a commission or even a quota to maintain employment, like ratings. These are just a few examples of the growing information overload that can contribute to investment losses for the common investor. Whether it's a celebrity TV, a print journalist, a stock blogger, or even Joe at the cocktail party with a great stock tip, remember that the majority of those people are not licensed, therefore are not regulated. As with any unlicensed individual providing advice, please proceed with caution. There is minimal to no liability or accountability for unlicensed poor advice. The retirement world has a dynamic landscape. Adjustments should only be considered after thorough personalization of someone's time horizon, suitability, risk tolerance, and investment objectives. As we all know, past performance may not be indicative of future returns, but accurate and educational information is the quintessential element of goal attainment, because this is how finance speaks. I'm Kyle Sadler, headed out until next time. Be blessed, and may you receive advice always be fruitful. Thank yous go out to CNBC, Bloomberg News, The Wall Street Journal, Money Magazine, Kiplinger, The Susie Orman Show, Scott Burns, and all of the media outlets for assisting in research for this program.